Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thanks for joining me today. My favorite new albums of 2023. I invite you to leave your comments on what your favorite albums of 2023 are. These are newly recorded albums, so I'll do a different video covering my favorite reissues, which I bought a lot more of than I did actual new releases of new music in 2023. Got a couple of jazz albums, and then going to do my favorite rock albums and then declare what I consider to be my favorite rock album of 2023. Again, love to hear your comments out there. This right here is a really nice modern jazz album that I would consider to be a thematic jazz album, more in the avant-garde free jazz type of music. All compositions done by Tanika Postma. The album's called Aria on the Edition Records label. Wonderful record, a lot of cool moods on this. You have Tanika playing alto saxophone, soprano saxophone, a guy named Ben Monder playing guitar. This is a really cool record. I did a full review of this with Greg on our Jazz Nerds episode. I'll link it below if you want more information on this, that we go into great detail on all the tracks and the history of Tanika and her bandmates and things like that. So check that out below if you're interested, but I do recommend checking this album out if you're into new modern jazz. Second jazz album I want to talk about that I did do a full video on that I'll also put a link below is this Find Letter X triple CD by Kate Gentile. It took her 6 years to put this together. Again, more of a free jazz sounding jazz album. A lot of cool compositions, 3 CDs worth of music. She did all of the layout for this package. You got 3 different albums, 3 hours and 16 minutes worth of music. I like the production of this album. Nowadays, I hear a lot of overproduced albums. They're just too slick sounding. This sounds really, really good. Across all 3 albums, they all have their own mood to them, but the synthesizers and electronic sounds and ambient sounds on this album go very well with the acoustic sounds of the piano, the drums, the clarinet, the saxophone, the acoustic bass. So I really dig this. Check it out. Kate Gentile, Find Letter X. Highly recommend that. Let's move into the rock genre. The Journey, Matteo Manaso. If you like Eric Johnson, Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, you like those guitar-driven albums, you'll like this, although it has its own unique sound. Matteo has his own unique way of playing the guitar with his fingers. The compositions on here are fantastic. It's a great listen all the way through. I do recommend this. Go check it out. Matteo Manaso, The Journey. One of the live albums I recommend for 2023 is Transatlantic. 3 CDs and a Blu-ray. Cool packaging here. I really dig progressive rock. And this is a great live album. A lot of material here to listen to. Cool video. Great sound on the Blu-ray. If you like progressive rock, you're going to dig this. Of course, for those of you out there who are not familiar with Transatlantic, they're certainly one of the best progressive rock bands. They put out several albums over the past several years, and they're all really good, and this is a great live package to pick up if you're into them. Here's an album I did not think I was going to purchase. Kind of a surprise. Missing Persons, Hollywood Lie. I didn't think I was going to be interested in getting this, but when I started streaming it on Amazon Prime in my car, I found myself going back to it and listening to it over again and over again. And I really dug a lot of the songs on it. It was a good listen all the way through. And I have all of the albums from the 80s, and this just fits so well into to their catalog, the sound, that I was very impressed with it. And so I went out and got it on record, and it comes on pink vinyl. I'll show that to you here in a second, and the insert that comes in it. But I really thought it was a really cool album. Some cool artwork here on the inner sleeve. And then the album comes in a pink vinyl. Again, it was kind of a surprise. You never know what's going to strike you. So this just struck me when I listened to it. I enjoyed it, and I just decided to pick it up on record. And I think it's a really good album. Kind of had the opposite effect of me that the Rolling Stones had on me when I listened to their album. It did not grip me whatsoever, so I didn't pick it up. So that just goes to show you never know what's going to strike you when you listen to something new. The Sherinian Phillips live album, great record. This is great playing on here, all live. It's very impressive to listen to. Good songwriters. This is a great lineup. One of my favorite drummers, Simon Phillips, on here with Derek Sherinian on keyboards, Ron Bumblefoot Fowl on guitar, and then you've got a guy named Rick Fiobracci on bass, who I'm not familiar with, but this is a great album. The sound quality is very good. The pressing on this is good, but the music is just fantastic, and this is kind of the thing that just keeps me excited about rock music, when you have great players like this that can actually play their instruments and guys that can write good songs. 2 more to go. Picked this up a couple of days ago. Wonderful album, one of Peter Gabriel's best. 2 CDs with 2 different mixes, and then a Blu-ray disc that contains both mixes on the CDs, as well as an Atmos mix. So the only complaint I have with this is I could just use the Blu-ray, because if I'm going to listen to it in my car, I'm going to listen to it streaming. If I'm going to listen to it at home, I'm going to listen to the Blu-ray disc, since it's higher quality than the CD. But that being said, this is a fantastic album, probably one of Peter Gabriel's best, and certainly his best in many years. Great songs on this. It's a very emotional listen. These songs are very gripping. So I do recommend this. This is one of my favorites of 2023, and I'm glad Peter Gabriel is putting out music like this. It's absolutely wonderful. Now, my favorite rock album of 2023, The Winery Dogs, number 3. This is still, bands like this are still what keeps rock music interesting. Of course, you've got great players on this, guys that can play their instruments. You've got Richie Kotzen on guitar and on vocals, phenomenal player. You've got the great Billy Sheehan playing bass. And then you've got the great Mike Portnoy on drums. Need I say more? Wonderful songwriting, intense playing on this. There would easily be 3 hit songs on this record if it would get airtime. Xanadu, Breakthrough, and Rise are all fantastic songs, but the whole album is a wonderful listen. So I declare this my favorite rock album of 2023. Winery Dogs, number 3. Let me hear what you guys have to say. I really want you guys to leave your comments and tell me what your favorite albums of 2023 are, because I may have missed a lot. I try to listen to as much music as I can throughout the year, but a lot of times you'll miss things. And so send me or put your thoughts in the comments, and so if I missed out on something, I might be able to pick it up later on. So I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Take care, and we'll talk to you later, and stand by for the video on my favorite reissues of 2023. Talk to you later.